We got some good news this morning. Anheuser Busch, the makers of Budweiser, Bud Light, Busch Light, and more, has canceled a sponsorship of the St. Louis PrideFest, something that they had been sponsoring for 30 years, and organizers are now reportedly scrambling for funds. Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. This report comes to us from KDSK, and they claim that Anheuser-Busch is not the only corporation to pull their sponsorship from the obscene event. The outlet reports other sponsors have already reduced their contributions, with Anheuser-Busch ending their sponsorship and these other sponsors also ending or at the very least reducing their contributions. Organizers are now, quote, scrambling for funds. In fact, the degenerate event is short more than $150,000 compared to 2024's sponsorship. The organization's president, Marty Zunig, said, "While we are deeply disappointed that Anheuser-Busch has chosen to step away from supporting PrideFest this year, we remain hopeful that the community will step up where they have stepped down." He's launching some kind of 45 for 45 where they're trying to get members in the St. Louis community to give them $45 and they get something in return. I don't remember what it is, but they're trying to get people in St. Louis to fund this degenerate event. Hopefully, the people of St. Louis know better and do not fund it. This is not the only obscene so-called Pride event that Anheuser-Busch has cut ties with. It was reported the company also pulled funding from San Francisco Pride earlier this month. So it does look like Anheuser-Busch is pulling sponsorship funds from a number of these Pride events throughout the United States. And this is indeed a good step for the company to take. They should not be funding these obscene, these degenerate events that are degrading our society, that are where they're promoting all kinds of degeneracy. They're promoting all kinds of disordered lifestyle where there are literally people running around naked, exposing themselves to all kinds of people, children, adults, etc. You should not be sponsoring events that do that. That does not help the common good whatsoever. That leads society into ruin. One can just look at what the last 20 or so years after, what was that? I don't even remember what the court case was called. I think it's like Oberfell or something like that, where they so-called legalized gay marriage, and our society has been on a downward track ever since then. So this is a good step for them to stop doing this. However, because they obviously did do this for 30 years, they need to take it a step further. They need to do restitution for these crimes against society. And this is a crime. This is a crime. Promoting this stuff is criminal. It should be criminal. And so I think what they need to do now, they need to actually be promoting the common good. They need to be promoting the common good. They need to be lobbying for laws that will outlaw events such as this, or at least laws that will allow police, etc., to start enforcing obscenity laws that are already on the books where things like this should never have been able to take place to begin with. And this is in line with Catholic social teaching. Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger and Archbishop Angelo Amato noted this in a document. I don't remember when it was published, but they noted this in a Vatican document, and it says the common good requires that laws recognize, promote, and protect marriage as the basis of the family, the primary unit of society. Legal recognition of homosexual unions or placing them on the same level as marriage would mean not only the approval of deviant behavior, which is what these Pride events are all about, with the consequence of making it a model in present-day society. Again, that's what these Pride events are all about, but would also obscure basic values which belong to the common inheritance of humanity. And we've seen that's exactly what it does. People are literally purchasing human children now, and then in many cases, they end up abusing them and ruining these people. It leads to other worse sins, because that's usually how it works. You commit venial sins, they pile up over time, and then you commit greater and larger sins, and you eventually are committing mortal sins. That is how that works, and we see that play out in our society. So I think Budweiser needs to be actually lobbying now for laws that will criminalize these events. These events should be criminal. They are obscene. They actively attack the common good. They are an attack on the basic unit of society, the family. They should be illegal. In a sane society, they already would be illegal. They used to be illegal in the United States of America. And for whatever reason, we've been duped into thinking that committing all kinds of evil is somehow freedom. And that is not what freedom is whatsoever. We need to get back to the real idea of what freedom is. And freedom is in loving God and obeying Him. That is what true freedom is. It is not about all kinds of degeneracy, disordered lifestyles, and obscenity. But let me know what you guys make of Anheuser-Busch here dropping their sponsorship from this St. Louis Pride Fest. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.